Informative, enlightening, provocative, engaging. The Lunchroom on RCI. Food for thought. The station that gives you, more lunch.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Lunchroom on Radio Caribbean International. It is Thursday, the 26th of September 2024. This is program number 1256 of the Lunchroom and I'm your host, Calix George Jr. Now, of course, in addition to 101.1 FM radio, you can get us at our website, rcistlucia.com. We are also streaming live on Facebook. Just search for the official page of Radio Caribbean International. And please be sure to like and share that link as well with your friends and family. And don't forget, you can always download our previous shows. It's in MP3 form on our website. And that is rcistlucia.com. And where we also stream live. So you can check us out there as well if you so choose. Now, of course, if you want to call in to tell us what's on your plate today and this Juju week, you can do just that. And the number is 452-3046. Again, 452-3046. And you can also message in on WhatsApp. That is 724-0008. Again, 724-0008. Now, some good people who are celebrating their birthdays today include Mr. Carlos Michel. Happy birthday to you, Carlos. And we do hope that you're having an absolutely wonderful, a restful and enjoyable birthday celebration. Do have yourself a wonderful birthday indeed. Also sending some birthday greetings out to one of our regular listeners, Mrs. Denise Leigh Wolf. Happy birthday to you, Denise. And we do hope that you're having a wonderful birthday. Hope you're enjoying it and hope you're having a great time with the family. And as well, we want to send out some birthday greetings to Mr. Shane Cherry of Choice TV. Happy birthday to you, Shane, and we wish you a very wonderful and blessed birthday. And also to Mr. Jermaine Anthony, he's celebrating his birthday today, and we do hope that he's having a fantastic birthday celebration. It would also have been, interesting enough, the birthday of St. Francis of Assisi. He was born way back in the year 1181. On this day. History for today. In the year 1580, Sir Francis Drake completed his circumnavigation of the world, sailing into Plymouth, England aboard his ship called the Golden Hind. In 1687, on this day, the Acropolis in Athens was attacked by a Venetian army in an attempt to eject the Turks. And that led to the damaging of the very famous Parthenon temple at the Acropolis. 1688 saw the City Council of Amsterdam voting to support Prince William of Orange's invasion of England, known as the Glorious Revolution in the Netherlands, becoming the Protestant king there over in England. 1815, on this day, Russia, Prussia, and Austria signed what is known as the Holy Alliance. 1901, on this day, saw the United Kingdom annexing the Ashanti Kingdom and place it under the governor of the Gold Coast. And, of course, the Gold Coast now known as Ghana. Interesting African history there, of course. In 1918, during the Meuse-Argonne offensive that began, and that was the largest and most costly offensive of World War I, with more than 1 million American soldiers participating. And in 1960, on this day, Cuban leader Fidel Castro delivered a 4-hour and 29-minute long speech at the United Nations. We now move on to our dish of the day. The Daily Dish is brought to you with the kind compliments of our good friends at Tiles Plus.
Want tiles for your room, I see. Bathroom, kitchen, pantry. Need tiles for your balcony. Come down to Tiles Plus, satisfaction guarantee. Tiles Plus, Tiles Plus, Tiles Plus. Big tiles with unbeatable cost. Customer service, A plus. Need all kind of tiles. Come down to Tiles Plus. We also got gasway and vanity. Books, doors, you'll see. Come down to mind nobody. We got the best tiles on island. Trust me. We are located Land Street in Castries, Bosses Jugozi Lanes, and Slack Street in Beaufort. Telephone number 453-7939.
Serving now, the Daily Dish.
And welcome back to our program for today. And we do hope that you're having a very, very, very wonderful day indeed. And of course, the entire week certainly has been a historic one, and certainly one in which I think nearly every single St. Lucian can feel very, very proud of, as we have, of course, witnessed the return of St. Lucia's first ever gold medalist, first ever medalist to begin with, and of course, and first and second medalists, because she in fact won the gold and the silver in the just concluded Summer Olympic Games over in Paris, France. And it is becoming far more real, I think, and far more personal to a lot of individuals, as we have been able to take in, thanks to the beauty of technology at this point in time, whether we may be stuck in our homes, maybe we may be in a senior citizen's home, maybe we may be at hospital, or simply just out of state in some other part of the world at this point in time, and we can still certainly take in the moment and feel the inspiration of the moments that we've really been witnessing since Tuesday, and of course since back in August, when we were seeing Julian on the track, but now to be able to see her on the streets certainly is a very, very palpable, very real and wonderful expression of national pride. I think we have witnessed a fantastic welcome home for her, and she has been the quintessential celebrity. She has certainly taken it all in with a great amount of humility, a great amount of joy, and smiles continuously through it all. And she certainly had to literally hit the ground running. In as much as, of course, she is a sprint track star, she has been going on a marathon for the past couple of days, with so much to be able to take in over that period since her flight came in from Miami, being greeted by the island's prime minister, the deputy prime minister, in fact, heading the planning committee for her stay at this point in time, and of course since then she has been really on the go. And I think the highlight for a lot of individuals was certainly witnessing the beauty of seeing so many different tributes, so many different perspectives coming in far and wide. And a point even being made at Sportsmax, one of their coverages of this event, that, you know, in many other countries at this point, this type of event is not really seen. And they made a point, of course, that there was that time, of course, in the Caribbean, where we'd have seen some level of interest. I mean, for instance, we can think of Kirani, for example, and when he won, I think it was the bronze some years back for Grenada. And of course, there was a lot of interest then, no doubt about it, and a lot of celebration about the singular personal achievements of individuals. And in this instance, we're celebrating that one individual, Juju. of course, we have to celebrate the entire Olympic team and everybody who went out there and who went onto the track or went into the boat or went out and did their part for St. Lucia. But certainly, it has certainly been about juju in every sense, and I think that is really, really telling too, that 180,000 people can come together to celebrate the achievement of one, because that achievement of one is the achievement of all. And the point, of course, being made by Julian herself, of course, of being thankful for that village, that family village that came together, that community village that came together, that the individuals who just realized that she had raw talent, that she had the ability to be great, and had faith in her ability, even when she may not have had faith in her own self, and to be able to keep her going, to pass the baton back to her and keep her on that track, is certainly a very, very important story for all of us, in terms of being able to see, hey, even when it's not about our achievement in and of itself, but we can see that other people can achieve, and we can go out there and support them and give them the kind of support that they may not even know that they need, to be able to keep them going. And that's really, really important, I think, because we quite often castigate, and we quite often throw aside individuals, and we don't stay the tide, and that's I think a really important aspect. So that whole concept, of course, that it takes a village to raise a child, it certainly does take a village as well to realize a superstar, to realize an elite athlete, and to, of course, to realize a gold medalist or a medalist at the Olympics, and an individual who has now been placed on this track of immense and great success. So we certainly do have to thank all those who never lost the faith, who continued to persevere, who continued to struggle with her, by her. And of course, that I think is really, really important. And so we have to say thank you to everybody along the way. And Julian did just that. She said thank you to everybody along the way, smiling and raising that flag for perhaps, nearly 6 hours on that motorcade. Leaving the Hewitt-Norrie International Airport, and a journey that's already long enough, normally taking about an hour and a half to get from the airport to the north of the island, and she had to do it in slow motion, and to take it all in, and she did it so gracefully, and of course we want to thank all those who provided the support along the way, all the hardworking members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force and the Discipline Services, the St. Lucia Fire Service, who of course gave her that wonderful grand welcome in terms of that water salute on arrival, and to all the individuals who have just simply come together because they want to share in that moment, and that moment of national pride, and I think that is certainly very, very, very telling. The outpouring was surreal, and I think unimaginable. And so for all those who spent hours, waiting on the roadside, and those who made the point of, getting out their costumes, their national wear, and certainly a big kudos. I have to say, I really did enjoy the presentation that was put on at Mon Repos, at Pasias in particular, And it was quite poignant because at that junction, we remembered another superstar in her own right, Dame Cesen Descartes, who had performed and had been somewhat discovered in that house at Daubignan Estate by the likes of Harry Simmons and Derek Walcott, and celebrated her in song. And of course, that they really, really put out a wonderful cultural presentation, in my view, to welcome Julian at Patience, and all along the route where people came out, businesses came out, of course, and put up their signs and gave their staff an opportunity to go out and actually leave work and go out and actually hail her and salute her as she was driving by, whether they're saluting her in shouting her name or even breathing out fire, as we saw in the case of Sandals Halcyon, and along the way. So it really has been a fantastic celebration and a fantastic welcome, and one certainly to remember. And so many images coming out of children, the belief that, you could be at such an early age and already you're meeting an athlete, a superstar from your own country, from your own neighborhood, from your own community. That is truly, truly an amazing inspiration, and I think can only hopefully lead to that continuity. In very, very many ways, Julian has planted that seed, and that tree has grown, and that tree is now providing wonderful shade through which others can now hopefully continue to grow and excel. So there has been quite a lot which has happened, of course, over the past couple of days. The wonderful schools ceremonies, the rallies which occurred at the Larry Seuss playing field, and it's so beautiful, really, as well, to see that we actually have community infrastructure in these various communities now that can support these types of activities. I think that was really, really telling as well, that we, in the case of Larry Seuss, lovely pavilion there that could hold individuals, as well as, of course, in the case of Soufrière, that historic town of ours that was able to also hold another event there. So lots of good thought and creativity went into the planning of different aspects of it. Of course, it wouldn't be a holiday in St. Lucia without a boat ride, and so, of course, that flotilla that came out in the Soufrière Harbor, also very, very poignant indeed. And of course, she is now being declared an ambassador for St. Lucia in terms of representing our interests in promoting the island all around the world. And that, of course, was organized by the St. Lucia Tourism Authority earlier on today. And of course, a mural being unveiled, murals being unveiled in her honor at her alma mater, that of the Cicero Primary School. No doubt, in my opinion, it's just the beginning. I'm pretty certain that there will be many, many more honors for Julian to come in the days ahead, but as well in the weeks and months and years ahead, as well, as she continues to make the point of showing how successful she has been, and certainly the opportunity there to raise the entire country onto a path of success. Of course, tomorrow is Juju Day, and no doubt a lot of people are looking forward to that holiday, and we do hope that as many as possible can actually come out and take it all in as a nation, as a people, putting aside whatever differences we may not like our neighbor, but they might be there at the event. We may not like this person or that person, the politics of it, the religious differences, whatever the case may be. But here is certainly an opportunity to put all of that aside and to be proud St. Lucians tomorrow, and of course to take in that concert. Not everybody will be able to perform. Not everybody will be able to necessarily be there, perhaps. But I think we certainly can take it in and look at it as being a moment of great, great pride. I think no doubt the response and the reviews that we've been hearing and getting from other places around the world, from other individuals, making the point that they're amazed at this what has happened. And of course, the closeness of it all is something that I think we also need to appreciate. It's the beauty of being in a small country, in a small village, where everybody can, in fact, get that closeness to the moment. So thanks, of course, to Juju for bringing together a nation, and let's certainly not miss the opportunity to unite at this time. That's our dish of the day. And of course, we're now going to head across to take in our weather report.
This has been The Daily Dish.
One tiles for your home, I see. Bathroom, kitchen, pantry. Need tiles for your balcony. Come down to Tiles Plus, satisfaction guarantee. Tiles Plus, Tiles Plus, Tiles Plus. Big tiles with unbeatable cost. Customer service, A+. Need all kind of tiles. Come down to Tiles Plus. We also glad gasway and vanity. Books, doors, you'll see. Come down, don't mind nobody. We got the best tiles on island. Trust me. We are located Land Street in Castries, Bosses U Grizzly, and Slack Street in Beaufort. Telephone number 453-7939. Tiles Plus.
Spaces and grow. Everything you need is on the outside. For the best price and the latest style. Take a little drive down to Island Style Car. We got the time to make you go. We got the time to make you say, quality, price, service, choice. It's all an Island Style.
Visit us at our showrooms in Belarus, Rodney Bay, on the John Compton Highway, Castries, and behind Ruby's Gas Station on the Library Beaufort Highway. Or call us on 450-452 or 453-TILE. Island Style Tile and Bath. When you think tile, think Island Style.
This is Radio Caribbean International. It's now time for the weather news.
And that's all, of course, to the 1.1. It's now time for your weather report as of 12 noon today, presented by Island Style Talamba. The forecast for St. Lucia for the next 24 hours. The winds will be blowing from between the east, northeast, and east, southeast. Near 30 miles per hour or 20 kilometers per hour, becoming lighter at times. The weather mostly cloudy skies with periods of scattered moderate to heavy showers and isolated thunderstorms. Conditions are expected to gradually improve overnight. There is an advisory in average residents and motorists in areas prone to flooding and landslides are advised to be vigilant and exercise caution. The forecast for the Los Angeles, mostly cloudy skies with scattered moderate to heavy showers and isolated thunderstorms. Also, the tropical weather outlook. A tropical wave will continue to cause cloudiness with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms over the region as it moves westward near 17 miles per hour or 28 kilometers per hour during the forecast period. Another tropical wave associated with an area of low pressure is located over the central tropical Atlantic. This system has a high chance of tropical cyclone formation during the next 2 days. as it moves westward in near 12 miles per hour or 19 kilometers per hour. A third tropical wave located just off the West African coast is moving slowly westward. And this was your weather report as of 12 noon today, presented by Island Style Talambath.
This has been RCI's Weather News. For more information, call the Weather Hotline at 454-3452. RCI 101 number 1.
Island style, yeah. We got the time to make you go. We got the time to make you say, yeah. We'll have to make the right choice. Island style, whoa. We got the time that will make you happy. Island style, oh yeah. We make your dream come alive in Island style. We have tiles and insets, mixes and grow. Everything you need to sort the house out. For the best price and the latest style. Take a little drive down to Island Style Car. We got the time to make you go. We got the time to make you say, quality, price, service, choice. It's all an Island Style.
Visit us at our showrooms in Belarus, Rodney Bay, on the John Compton Highway, Cass Street, and behind Ruby's Gas Station on the Library Viewfort Highway. So call us on 450-452 or 453-TILE. Island Style, Tile and Bath. When you think tile, think Island Style.
And welcome back to our program here at Lunchroom on Radio Caribbean International. Now, of course, if you want, you can call in to tell us what's on your plate today and perhaps how you have been taking in your Juju week and your thoughts on the entire matter of how things have been going. And you can do just that by calling in to 452-3046. Again, 452-3046. As well as 724-0008. The latter is our WhatsApp number. Again, 724-0008. And of course, a big shout out to all those following on our Facebook live feed. Especially, I think, Solange James commenting in there. And of course, clearly, I think she is celebrating and enjoying her Juju week as well, as we should all be doing. Of course, not everything is going to go perfectly, and some people always find different aspects of what they may want to look at and criticize. But I think we will always find that. I mean, the reality is that given that everything is on display and in live, that live format, it's always going to be a little difficult, and there will always be little issues here and there, as the case may be. There was one particular gentleman who thought it was a good idea to test the metal and to make sure that it was in fact metal. And I mean, these days it's not pure gold, of course, but there is gold in there, and it is certainly worth quite a lot. Indeed, and a nice touch, I thought, as well, that her sponsor, that of First National Bank, that's been behind Juju for a good couple of years now, about 2 years. They, of course, gave the opportunity for individuals to actually see the medals. And I thought that was a really nice thing, too, because then obviously we don't always get to appreciate what is actually being won, what it looks like, and I think that certainly should have been a nice treat for a lot of individuals. So certainly, Mr. Jabba, Malaki Jabba, I think he's been out there having to defend his actions. Of course, normally the athletes are the ones, of course, who make the point of doing that in the photos. He took the opportunity to do so for everybody else, I suppose. But all of that is in my view, good fun and good thoughts for out there and to share the moment. There have been so many picture moments, of course, a little child grabbing onto that medal as well, and to see what it looks like. I know others actually brought their own medals out so that Juju could actually autograph them. and certainly a lot, thousands and thousands and thousands of selfies being taken all across St. Lucia with Julian. And so that too, I think, is really, really wonderful and a very pleasing touch to the entire event. And of course, tomorrow, yes, being a holiday, but not just to perhaps go on a beach around the island. Certainly there is that concert, which is a free concert where everybody can come out to and enjoy it. And of course, it is at the premier ground that we have on island, that of the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground, which of course has the largest capacity to be able to handle people in on the seats, but as well, I imagine, given the fact that it's a concert, there'll also be lots of opportunities to get onto the grass as well, and to have a wonderful family afternoon. It should be about a 4-hour production, which is expected to start off somewhere around 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and lots of artists from all around St. Lucia will certainly be participating in there. And it is certainly meant to be that crescendo to the week of being back and forth and certainly saying thanks to Julian there. Of course, no doubt some announcements will be being made by the government of St. Lucia in that regard in terms of honoring her. And let's, of course, hope that we will see a very, very large turnout, maybe even the largest ever, given the fact that it's a completely free show. We've seen our cricketers making a point of honoring her as well, a pretty fair knock by Mr. Johnson Charles for the St. Lucia Kings when they were playing against the Trinidad team, I believe it was, getting 89 on the day that she, in fact, returned home. So certainly we've got very interesting place too if the Kings actually manage to pull this through for this tournament. It would certainly only add to the amazement of the year 2024 for St. Lucia and all that is happening to be able to celebrate here today. So, of course, as I said, quite a lot to take in, quite a lot to celebrate, quite a lot to pay homage for what she has been able to achieve, and it will hopefully continue by God's good grace to be able to achieve. So, of course, we all have to play our part and see what we can do. Now, I do want to make an announcement because actually, due to the inclement weather, the Ministry of Infrastructure wanted to let individuals, particularly those in the community of Vieux-Fort, know that their ongoing public sensitization meetings with respect to the electricity bill, in fact, they are going to be postponed. And that notice coming out today, due to unforeseen inclement weather, Department of Infrastructure, Ports and Transport regret to inform you that the public sensitization meeting scheduled to take place at Vieux-Fort Primary School regarding the draft electricity bill in St. Lucia has been postponed until further notice. And of course, they're apologizing for any inconvenience caused, and that a new date will be confirmed as soon as possible to all stakeholders. And if you do need any further information on the electricity bill as well, you can actually call in to 468-6363, 468-6363. Again, I notice that meeting is going to be postponed, which was due for today, is in fact postponed. And of course, it is important, the matter of electricity. We may be seeing a fairly elevated electricity bills, and of course, the way that works is that there's that base charge and then there's the fuel surcharge, and that fuel surcharge is set on an annual basis based on the usage from the year before. So sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, and this year it went up. And so, of course, the matter of energy costs is something that we all have to take an interest in, because we all, nearly every home in St. Lucia is actually plugged in and is looking to try to get electricity to run everything from their TVs to their fridges to their water heaters to you name it, kettles and maybe even stoves. And so certainly it is a very, very important piece of legislation that is being discussed, and that has implications for everyone, in particular the potential for one to become a prosumer, meaning that you will be, yes, consuming, but also producing electricity as well. And that, I think, is the hope of many, that they can actually see themselves in a position where they might very well be able to support the grid and be able to actually produce enough electricity for themselves, and maybe a little bit more even to sell back to the grid. Let's take in a call at this time as we head to the phone lines to take in our first call for the day. Good afternoon and welcome to the lunchroom. What's on your plate today?
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, caller. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. You'll get Grenada vaccine, just like us. Grenada got a goal. Tyranny James got a goal, not a bronze.
Ah, my apologies. In the first instance, you mean, back in when he got it? Ah, okay.
Yes, but they won. The first instance, he won a goal. That's why the state, they would give a stadium.
It was in the 400 meters, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so that's what I say. And I just like to say,
I think I got it. I got a little twisted because I think this year he won a bronze. Is it?
bronze.
Yes.
Yeah, but I really do appreciate the way Sandersons carried themselves, the way they come out in large numbers, the behavior. There was. It's just a good feeling.
Yes.
Yesterday, listening to both in Larry Susan and Soufre, and even this today, taking in the thing at the Cicero School.
Right.
All of this, it just made it feel so good.
Mm-hmm.
Although you still have people that once in a while have a little problems, certain this should have been done. And I had a gentleman saying why the other Olympians like Odla, Luke, and Michael Johnson, why would
Michael Joseph, yes.
Yeah, why weren't they also there and celebrated and everything? But I did hear the Minister of Sports said that an announcement would be made on that day, I think tomorrow.
Right.
Concerning the other that took part. It's all about her, but there are also going to be an announcement about the others.
Mm-hmm.
So people just like to rain on people's spirit. But I think it's true the others were there, but the spotlight is really on her, because she that actually brought in the gold. We never won a gold or a silver at the Olympics. So all the spotlight must be on her.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit tricky too, because obviously the logistics of bringing everybody in, although it's just 4 players, but then bringing them in at the same time may have been a little bit difficult, because it's not like the team traveled from St. Lucia to Paris at the same time and came back at the same time. So I think that would have had to have been worked out in terms of their other.
Cool.
But I am sure that, of course, there will be some recognition and to these other individuals who, of course, represented us.
And I heard the minister announce it.
Yeah.
They will announcements will be made concerning them also.
Right. Yeah.
But honestly, I am happy that everything went fine, and she's so emotional every time she speaks, because you can see, that comes from within.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just, the appreciation, she feels the gratitude for the way she has been treated. She's so humble, and everybody says the same thing about her. So we're hoping that we will be getting a lot more medals from her. And then I even Googled And I see that so many countries, over 70-something countries, so vast compared to us, have never won a medal.
Mm-hmm.
I also Google, and most of the athletes that she ran with, these people are experienced Olympians. These people have won medals and everything before that. And that was her very, very first time in the Olympics. So all of these things, it's very, very historical, just, taking in all of the things, because I like listening, Googling and getting all the information. And I would say I'm really, really proud of her. Really, really proud of her. And I hope St. Lucia's doesn't end there, that they continue to give the full support
Mm-hmm.
and others that are coming after her, because I think she will inspire a lot. Because just listen to the children. The children, they are so inspired. They cannot stop screaming and crying out her name, and it's like it's not nothing fake. It's just so real with them.
Yeah, and what's also so interesting is how very much aware they are. I heard one announcer, radio broadcaster mentioning that they were down at, I think, in the Jeremy Street area. Yes, right, exactly. And saying that, she had actually wanted to interview, I think it was Lady Lean, and then Lady Lean's grandson, who's just 4 years old, had the world to say about Julian.
And he knew. She asked a question, and that just came out so. It was so nice to hear you.
So right. So exactly. So we have some very, very much aware young people out there, and it's so great because Julian is was saying today, for instance, that when she was their age, she wanted to be like Usain Bolt, right?
So.
And now at this point, they want to be like her. So it's a beautiful story and transition and opportunity for inspiration. And I think it's, and look at this, the fact that, here she was thinking of Usain Bolt being, and there was that distance, I mean, he's from Jamaica, he's male, but that was her inspiration. And now she is now even more tangible inspiration for a lot of young St. Lucians who are now growing up and who can try to be like her. What's that?
Possibility for others to be driven to also reach on that Olympic stage also, and they have our national anthems play while they receive the medal. And I'm sure that will only drive them. So it's really a good feeling, because people really did not believe, because if you had spoken to people before Julian Haskell went, and some people, and you said, I think, no, she's going to win, they would think that you were over-ambitious, thinking that because never had.
Well, it's never happened before. So.
And then the people that you were racing against,
Mm-hmm.
these people she was racing against, these are experienced people that and then you have she just coming very young, and you have all this experienced people that already have medals under their belts. And so I think lots and lots of senators, if they admit to themselves, they did not believe that she would have won, because the flag was just over-ambitious, that she would have been able to go and win against those top-notch people that are in the thing. And she actually proved to you that she could.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
Mm-hmm. 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 Definitely a great inspiration for us all, and especially for our young people. And of course, the program has been tailored towards them in very, very many ways. So of course, it's good that they can actually get that opportunity, really and truly. So it really is wonderful. But it also is now time for planning, and I think we did hear from the island's Minister for Youth Development and Sport that this is the opportunity now to look at the national sports policy, to look at the programs that are actually in place, and are we what can we do more of? What can we can we make that investment and to in fact realize that we can become a bit of a hotspot for success in sport, and I think that is really, really important. We've been hearing about sports tourism for a while, but But there's sports tourism, which is one aspect of it. But in terms of development of elite athletes, that's another one. That's something that has to.
You know, I was listening to the program at the Cicero School. The representative for Puma said that he got a call from Germany that they were actually watching that whole thing going on at the Cicero School. And he said that one of them texted him and said that they noticed only 2 children in the Cicero School were wearing Puma. And so as of 2025, every child going to Cicero will get a Puma.
Yeah, I think I heard something like that just a while ago in a WhatsApp group. And that's really wonderful. And that's I'm glad to hear that.
So they over in Germany and there's watching and there's children feet they watch.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. So she's opening doors and she is putting on shoes as well for her alma mater and many, many others. So that I think is a really, really wonderful story in so very many ways. So I'm sure there'll be a lot more to tell as time goes on. So again, thank you so very much for that contribution, and of course, thank you to Julian for making it all happen. Have a good one, caller.
Okay, take care, bye.
Take care, bye-bye. And of course, that list, I mean, there's a very, very long list of countries, as has just been mentioned, that have never won a gold medal. And this is after participating in, far more games than St. Lucia has ever even participated in. We've started participating in 1996 in the Olympics. All right. So I think we were about on our 8th Olympics thus far. And of course, you also have Summer and Winter Olympics. So some countries out there which are very, very, very wealthy and have means have never really won a medal before. For instance, Monaco, that small country in the south of France on the Mediterranean coast there. Malta, another European country, island state, over 400,000 people or thereabouts, and they've never won a medal either. The list is a pretty long list, and a lot of them, in fact, are countries out of Africa and the Pacific, but also other places. Bosnia and Herzegovina, for instance, they've never won a medal. Oman in the Middle East, they've never been able to win a gold medal. Very large countries like Cambodia, for example, Libya, of course, in the Caribbean, there are quite a number who still have not been able to break that barrier, like Belize, Antigua and Barbuda, the Cayman Islands. The list is Aruba has never won one. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is yet to bring one home as yet. Of course, St. Kitts and Nevis as well. Of course, many countries in Africa with tens of millions of people have not also been able to achieve that. Most notably, the Democratic Republic of Congo. This is a country of over 100 million people, and it has not been able to, as yet, bring home a medal to its population. Sierra Leone, for instance, in Central America, Nicaragua and Honduras and El Salvador have never been able to bring home that a medal at all. And this is not just gold; this is just a medal in general. Bolivia, another example of Nepal. So there's a very, very, very long list of countries, large and small, that have not been able as yet to achieve that feat. And so the achievement now is definitely a very notable one. So, of course, tomorrow is a holiday, and we do hope that everybody has a good one. And I think we're going to end, as it is the birthday of St. Francis of Assisi, with a very famous prayer that is attributed to him. And it goes like this: Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. O Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. A prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. So let's all hope that we can be instruments of peace, of course, as we move forward into the long weekend. And of course, let's enjoy it proudly as St. Lucians as we continue to bask in the immense and wonderful achievement of Julian Alfred. That's our program for the week, and we'll be hopefully back again, God willing, for another one next week, Monday. I'm your host, Calix George Jr., saying goodbye.